Hi, my name is Justin Ruley, and I'm the founder and CEO of the Realtor Drone. Here to present to you a unique opportunity to become part of an upstart company that's going to revolutionize the way that potential buyers view property listings. If you've ever purchased a home, then you're all too familiar with the monotony of browsing through listing after listing. And even worse, if you're selling a home, know that your home's listing may be drowned out amongst the crowd of competition. The listings all begin to blur together as you attempt to prioritize your favorites based on stylized or grainy images. What's really setting each listing apart from one another? You click through image after image of odd perspective exterior photos that often look great but fail to capture the actual size of the property. Sure, the listing will provide the specs of the home and lot, but how is it really laid out? How close are the neighbors? And how big is the backyard compared to the front? If you really want to understand the layout of the property and its relationship to its surroundings, then your only real resource is Google Earth. And while this is a wonderful tool with many valuable purposes, it fails to capture the true essence of the property. This is certainly a problem that the majority of us have faced during one of the most important events of our lives. But what's the alternative? Well, one word: drones. This new technology is already out there, but what we've done is adapted it into a highly efficient service that provides differentiation and competitive advantage to an industry in dire need of an upgrade, all while saving realtors and private listers time and increasing their exposure and viewing rates. The Realtor Drone service provides a one-of-a-kind virtual experience for potential home and land buyers that is impossible to match by any human photographer. Just take a look at this high-definition aerial image of my home. Just kidding. This isn't my home. But just look at the beauty of this image and think of the appeal that something like this can add to any listing. With 360-degree high-definition capabilities, the viewer will be subjected to every essence of the home's exterior and property without ever having to leave their computer. At Realtor Drone, the vision is clear. We want to revolutionize the way that potential buyers view property listings by offering innovative and visually stimulating virtual exterior tours that exceed even the highest expectations. The Realtor Drone utilizes highly trained drone operators who specialize in this type of navigation to ensure that the images like the ones you just saw are not only standard, they're guaranteed. These stills and videos are offered at a one-time price point of $250, perfect for a private seller, or as a second option, which is more suited for our realtor customers, that includes a monthly package with negotiable price points dependent upon volume, but starting at around $1,000 per month. We hope to secure our monthly package customers to long-term contracts in order to benefit them with fixed pricing and mitigate our risk to our business from future competition. With either option, all Realtor Drone copyrighted imagery is hosted on our online cloud portal, where embedded links from the property listing stream flawlessly on any computer, tablet, or smartphone, meaning that this unique experience is available anywhere at any time. For the launch market, we chose Phoenix, Arizona, known for its clear blue skies, beautiful desert landscape, sprawling suburbs, and unique but often treacherous landscapes, all ideal for aerial imagery. And though the Phoenix market took a dip several years ago during the housing crisis, with over 4,500 homes currently on the market, recent data shows that the Phoenix market is on the rise in terms of number of sales and median sales price. With more homes being listed each day, the opportunity for a service such as ours is not only greater, but even more necessary. Realtor Drone's target audience within the Phoenix test market consists of private sellers whom we feel will benefit the most by utilizing the single-use package, as well as home realtor agencies of all sizes. Our adaptable and negotiable price scheme for the monthly subscription plan is sure to meet the needs of any volume of home listings. We also feel that there is a great deal of opportunity in the business of commercial real estate and land sales. These properties are typically very large, which lends to the value that the Realtor Drone service creates by providing a comprehensive and fluid view of the entire property. So what kind of barriers to entry exist for this type of service? Well, perhaps the largest barrier, which was regulatory in nature, was recently overcome when the FAA granted approval for the use of drone technology in the real estate industry. Realtor Drone seeks to take advantage of its first mover positioning to gain valuable market share of an otherwise untapped sector for drone applications. Once the final pieces are in place, the only challenge lies with generating exposure and demonstrating the unique value that Realtor Drone provides, a value that will undoubtedly prompt realtors to deviate from the status quo and explore a new realm of imagery that will provide a distinct competitive advantage. For this type of business venture, the ability to move quickly is key, as the opportunity beyond the launch market is limitless, and on top of all the potential within the real estate industry, the value of the service is applicable to a variety of other industries. For instance, our drone service adds a great deal of value to any vacant or farmland listing, including any properties that contain a body of water. The possibility to realize economies of scope by entering additional niche markets such as public events, concerts, sporting events, or even parades is almost limitless. If it happens outdoors, Realtor Drone can add a unique perspective to the way that people digitally experience it. The Realtor Drone marketing plan seeks to portray the service as a must-have for property listings. The organization is committed to demonstrating its effectiveness through service guarantees and positioning itself as the go-to resource for creating a competitive advantage to the online property listing market. The Realtor Drone team recognizes that word of mouth and in-person consultation and demonstration are powerful tools that must be utilized as efficiently and effectively as possible. The goal is to pair the classic troops on the ground strategy with an effective online social media campaign to draw in new customers and create a following that can be translated into increased sales and a growing market share. One of the best characteristics of our company is that we have no brick and mortar storefront. Our service is based entirely off of virtual data transfers and in-person property visits, meaning that our sales associates and operators are mobile and able to flow to wherever the service is needed. The mobility and lack of overhead provides this organization with a great deal of flexibility in terms of cash flow allocation. In its infancy, Realtor Drone's launch labor model consists of 2 outside sales consultants and 2 trained drone operators. Time studies have indicated that each operator is capable of servicing 12 to 15 properties in a given day, and depending upon travel time and weather conditions. And though drone operation is a highly learned skill set, we estimate that a newly hired operator can be self-sufficient after only 2 weeks, allowing for a very quick capacity expansion should the demand call for it. Realtor Drone utilizes 2 drones for its aerial service at this time, with a 3rd drone kept as backup to prevent service interruptions due to scheduled and unscheduled machine downtime. The equipment plan calls to have a machine reserve of 1/3 of whatever is in the field in order to support the inherent nature of eventual technical difficulties. As you can see from our organizational chart, the structure of our launch business is relatively tight-knit. We utilize an outside consultant with a plethora of industry knowledge and contacts to help support sales and marketing efforts and provide crucial guidance to our business. Currently, outside sales reports directly to the President CEO, but with near future plans to hire a sales manager to oversee the day-to-day activities of the sales force and flow down strategic direction provided by upper management. In addition, e-commerce support, quality control, and digital data analysis reports directly to the President CEO. Our organization places a great emphasis on productivity, efficiency, and continuous improvement. In this high-pressure industry, time and efficiency can make or break our success. Here at Realtor Drone, not only do we want to provide a valuable service to the real estate industry, but we want to be of service to the community. We hope to lend our unique service to community events that will have us, as the service itself is applicable in so many ways. This type of involvement is not only beneficial to the community and provided as a charity, but also benefits our organization by creating visibility, enhancing employee morale by knowing that they help to make a difference, and also developing key contacts, which are critical for any upstart business. Additionally, our employees are provided an opportunity each month to participate in a charity event while receiving compensation. And finally, we hope to allocate a portion of our annual proceeds to a charity of our choice during the holiday months. The benefits gained from these types of activities far outweigh the financial investments required. Realtor Drone's major goals are centered around market capture, market penetration, sales growth, and efficiency improvement. Within the first year of operation, we hope to have captured 50% of the launch market, reach $100,000 in sales, and maintain a consistent 4-day turnaround time. By 2017, we plan to have expanded to the Tucson, Yuma, and Flagstaff, Arizona markets, while achieving per 50% market capture in those areas, increasing headcount to support added demand, more than doubling net sales, and reducing turnaround time by 50%. By 2018, we have an aggressive goal to have captured 75% of the property listings in Arizona and begin expansion into New Mexico and Nevada. We plan to maintain our 2017 turnaround time of 2 days and increase online property listing response rates, all while reaching a critical goal of $500,000 in net sales. The highest risk potential for Realtor Drone service is competition. High potential for this industry means the success is certain to lure competitions. Our plan to mitigate this risk is to utilize our first mover advantage to quickly demonstrate value and secure our customers to long-term contracts, which would keep them from being targeted by future competition. The risk of labor, workforce turnover, and ineptitude is projected to diminish in direct correlation with increasing sales. With added cash flow, we hope to hire and train floating operators that can not only support unplanned absences, but also support upswings in capacity requirements. The remaining risk factors are inherent to new business and will be mitigated through concise execution, attention to detail, and thorough analysis in all decision making. After launching in 2016, Realtor Drone is expected to operate at a loss through the first 3 quarters before achieving profitability in Q4 with net gains of around $52,000. The limited overhead structure of the business allows for higher margins and a quicker journey to becoming profitable, whereas most organizations fail to reach even the break-even point in the first year. In year 2 of operations, Realtor Drone expects to bring in over $300,000 in net sales, which would exceed the 2017 goal of $250,000 in sales. And after considering the 10-year operating cash flows, net present value of our organization is $1.9 million. Sales are expected to grow 50% from year 1 to year 2, 40% from year 2 to 3, and 30% from years 3 to 4 and years 4 to 5, with a sustained 15% sales growth in the following years. Given the 10-year valuation of the organization, we are more than confident that our initial investment request of $50,000 for a 20% equity stake in our business is not only fair, but highly desirable. As you can see, an initial investment of $50,000 provides the influx of capital needed to maintain operating expenses while sales begin to materialize. This capital is crucial to the success of the organization during its infancy. And while we hope that potential investors will be involved through development and operations in this for the long haul as we are prepared to liquidate these investments if desired by years 2 or 3 through projected increases in cash flows as predicted in the year-over-year net sales growth table. Several assumptions have been used in our financial analysis, which included the already secured $30,000 in financing, a requested $50,000 investor contribution, loan payments of $1,000 per month, and investor dividends of $1,000 per month beginning in year 4, and sales trends that mimic the Arizona's real estate industry. After reviewing the business plan brought forth by the Realtor Drone organization, we are certain that you are as excited as we are about the launch of a program that will revolutionize the way the real estate listings are marketed. The Realtor Drone offers a low overhead, high margin cost structure that is only limited by the speed at which it can grow. In order to support startup costs for the launch of our business, Realtor Drone has secured $30,000 in financing from a local lender at an interest rate of 4%. This funding will provide the initial hiring, training, equipment, and software needed to get the business off the ground. But Realtor Drone needs your help, which is why we are seeking a supplemental contribution of $50,000 in return for a 20% equity stake to support working capital activities such as continued market research, equipment modification and upgrades, consultation fees, and expansion opportunities. This is an excellent opportunity to gain ownership of an exciting business venture with unlimited upside potential. And as Realtor Drone begins to make over the real estate listing business, the possibilities for growth and economies of scope are limitless. Realtor Drone has a mission to continuously improve, which means investing back into the company to ensure that our technology and services are always the best available. Given our vow to remain at the forefront of the industry, Realtor Drone may seek additional funding down the road to support growth and robustness initiatives. At Realtor Drone, we are very passionate about our business and launching our revolutionary service the right way with the right people. And we want you to be one of those people. This is your opportunity to become part of a promising upstart that is going to take the way that we view property listings to new heights. Thank you.